The IQD is not officially trading on the Forex right now because it's part of their punishment, but it's listed there because they had a pairing at one time just like the Venezuela Bolivar. Once they've been paired before, even though they're in trouble and they might not be officially trading on the Forex, they're still listed as trading 1-to-1. That doesn't mean that's what's happening, it's like a placeholder. Think of it as a bookmarker. They're not officially trading at 1-to-1. A bookmarker, that's all it is. When the time comes and they start trading on the Forex again, they're already set up and can start trading right away. That's the same with all currency exchange websites. The central bank is probably telling people, exchange companies, if you don't do this, play by the rules, you're going to have a big problem. Those 1,200 entities that we're talking about going on strike got a reality check. Because could you imagine holding massive amounts of US dollars when you could be holding dinar and they change the value of the currency to show their purchasing power when they drop the 3 zeros? It's going to bring value. It's not a lop like a lot of people keep thinking, it doesn't bring any value. A lop is like a reverse split, it's silly. My bank friend said he heard in the rumor mill that we should revalue in country just above the dollar, then we will see the launch of the deletion of the zeros, and in a short time we should see the dinar on Forex. When it goes to Forex, the dinar will float and probably close to a controlled float. This is nothing from the top, it's just the word around our banking friends, employees. We could be wrong, but we feel something close to this will happen. Frank. All rumors originate from a source of truth. It's just exaggerated after that, but all rumors originate from a source of truth. The second is the reluctance of the US to allow the currency reform process to move ahead as the third phase of the strategic plan calls for and is supposed to have already begun. But can it really begin without this measure? It is already a week into July and still the US has not given its confirmation as to the support they will give for this next part of the phase. There is not really much going on in the currency reform process to indicate that the third phase is started. One solution, as we learned, was for the three-letter agencies to open the spigot and pour out the very good news about Iraq's stability. Folks, they are prepping for something really big in the very near future. They are trying to kickstart this third phase of the strategic plan. Two main issues concerning the monetary policy. The first issue is about the cash outside of the banking system. That the percentage of cash outside the banking system reached 91%. They already told us they have planned to retrieve this money. As investors in the dinar, part of the 91% also includes our dinars. They told us this money is desperately needed in the banks, but how will they get ours, as investors? So, the answer is, the CBI will have to revalue the dinar enough to a significant level to get us foreign investors to run to the bank and turn it in. Within Iraq, however, it is much different and they only need to overcome the parallel market rate of the dollar and these notes will come flowing back into the banks. This is also when they can begin the swap out to the newer lower denominations. The chatter really is great right now. Iraq, told us they plan to activate and distribute the lower denominations in the month of July. We do expect some big announcements around the 19th of July. We know they plan on the HCl hydrocarbon laws settled in the month of July, and we know they are presently in meetings with the U.S. State Department and military to set up the withdrawal of U.S. forces. The US will still have bases there but will not participate in policing Iraq. This is one of the necessary keys to them reinstating their currency. Sadani made it very clear to the Iraqi citizens he was going to add value to their currency this year. We're talking about the year 2024. They go by a fiscal calendar. Iraq goes from January 1st to December 31st Street. Extremely lucrative, fun and professionally rewarding opportunity for the right person. Be part of something special in the ballooning Forex, health and travel industries. Income potential, $25,000 to $250,000 plus. Earn as much as you like, no caps. Flexible hours. Sales and entrepreneurial experience a plus, passion and great attitude a must. Probably shortly you'll find that Iraq is going to do something with their exchange rate to be IMO and IMF Article 8 complaint exchange rate that will be openly traded on Forex. The Iraq Al-Mustaqbal Foundation for Economic Studies and Consultations announced on Thursday that for the first time, the non-oil revenues of the Iraqi state recorded 11% of the total revenues, with oil revenues falling below the 90% barrier. A report issued by the institution today stated that non-oil revenues for the first 5 months of the current year amounted to 6.24 trillion Iraqi dinars, while oil revenues for the same period of the current year amounted to 48.4 trillion Iraqi dinars. According to the report, tax revenues on income and wealth increased by 118%, while revenues from commodity taxes and production fees increased by 285%.